You know, you gotta love the rain, right? What up, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades coming at you with MOAT In The Car, episode 4. Yeah, we're not at the park. I'm actually at my local post office. I just got done shipping out the belts to the winners of the Back Alley 7-Eleven Championship Series Season 2. Congratulations, Welcome to Die for taking second place, Cham taking first place, and Advanced Boss taking home first. If you missed third. If you missed any of that, the link for the show will be in the description. But, today what I want to do is I want to talk about the three-quarter home arcade community and my thoughts on, not the community, but in my comments I've been seeing a lot lately. It's Moat hates this community, or Moat doesn't like Arcade 1-Up, or he doesn't like AtGames, or anything that's a three-quarter scale product. I'm going to say that is absolutely false. Okay? Without these products, I wouldn't have been able to even, grow the channel. I would have been able to get involved with this great community. If I would have never seen my first ETA Prime video with him modding the Arcade 1-Up Street Fighter, if I would have never ran into Retro Ralph's channel and, watched all the mods that he were doing on the 1-Ups, if I didn't spiral into that, I wouldn't have met the people that I met. I wouldn't have run into Console Kit's live stream when he was modding a top loader NES. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of that stuff I'm thankful for. Now, I can be displeased with it, and I can literally be like, hey, this needs to change, this needs to be better, etc., etc. But that doesn't mean I hate the products. Do I think that in its life cycle, Arcade 1-Up's like, 5 years now? Do I think that there should be better products, better parts inside the machines, sticks and buttons, and the sticks have improved, but it's still the same, junk buttons? Yeah, of course. Do I think that they should get a price point that they can settle on and they can be proud of? Yeah, I do. Do I think that, it should be innovation over just, reprint the same thing over and over? Absolutely. However, that's the business model, Arcade 1-Up is literally doing re-release after re-release after re-release, and it's their big title. I mean, normally people will be like, oh, well, Pac-Man is trash and blah, 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 but literally Pac-Man's the biggest franchise in gaming from that era. Legit. In the arcade era, Pac-Man was him. So I don't have a problem with them doing that. But I think it's just one of the things where it's like, it almost feels like they stopped trying. It almost feels like they're not even attempting to do anything new. Look at New Wave Toys. New Wave Toys is doing all kinds of stuff. Shiloh's been all over the place the last week. And they even tease hey, one of these 12 items, or one of these huge items like Gyrus or Spy Hunter, is going to be the next cabinet, If you guys want to see more on that, apparently Biggie D had him on stream last night, so you guys can go watch that and whatever else, right? But they're at least trying something different. They're listening to the community. They literally took the DMD board off the top of Golden Tee and made it $160. That's listening to your community. Whereas it doesn't matter who it is or how many streams you run and you scream, oh, well, Arcade 1-Up, we want this. Arcade 1-Up, we want that. Bro, if they have a plan in place, it's not going to matter. And most of them plans, from what I understand, are a year out. Some stuff gets scrapped. Some new stuff might come in. One of the things that come up a lot is Alien versus Predator, right? Remember the leak? And Big Reese had to take down the video. Shout out to my dude, Big Reese, right? That kind of stuff could get scrapped or it could come out. That's the thing. You never know. Again, a couple years ago, this scene was booming. And a lot of it had to do with COVID, because a lot of people were stuck indoors and they didn't have extra money, but there were stimuluses and all this other stuff, right? So people could just buy, But the economy's not in the greatest shape in the world right now, and people can't just go out, and they don't want to just drop $500-$600 on this. Me personally, I think it's a kick in the dick that we spent $600 something on Marvel vs. Capcom 2, just to see a re-release in a better form factor for like $100 later. And yeah, that's buying right away. That's on us who bought it. Completely understand that. I'll own that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of what I said in the beginning. I was like, this could have came out at $500, and it didn't, and now it's out at $500. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard to swallow. You know, sometimes it's hard being a fan of 3/4 scale arcades, because what are you championing? And for as much as they've added and given everybody aesthetics and built full arcades, the homie CC Jason, perfect example, right? That dude has an immaculate arcade. But now it's to the point where he doesn't even want to talk about it anymore. Doesn't even cover it anymore. It's just like, they're there. You know what I mean? And again, if you guys aren't subbed to Mr. Home Arcade, yo, check out his channel, bro. Like, he's over there doing business with his Master Universe stuff, man. But yeah, man. And then you got AtGames. AtGames, who's more focused on pinball tables and pinball and what's coming up on NOD and things of that nature. And I'm not hating at all. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm happy for the pinball enthusiasts. I am. But it's just like, as far as like AtGames go, they kind of just abandoned what brought them into space in the first place. They abandoned the whole arcade scene, and they're literally just doing pinball. So, you know, you kind of feel some type of way about that. And then you have companies that were in the game and then they lost out in the game, like iiRcade and whatnot, right? But AtGames is still prevalent. And then, you know, the Killer Instinct cab, the multi-cab, right? And it's just like, well, how much money do you expect people to really spend on this when not only do you offer a cheaper option, like, to me, it's nonsensical. Like, you're basically charging for Killer Instinct, because there are no arcade games that play in 4K. I'm going to say that again for anybody who didn't hear me. There are no arcade games that play in 4K that are going to run on the AtGames Legends Ultimate 4K. Now, you could OTG, absolutely. You could OTG, you can hook a PC up to it, and whatever, right? But by the time you're doing that, at that point, when you're doing that, it makes more sense to just buy the Kombat table for $5.99, buy a monitor, or buy a 4K monitor for anywhere from $3 to, well, however much you want to spend, right? Buy a 4K monitor, and then put a PC on it. And you're going to get the same experience. Because if you're going to OTG, you're already putting the money in to play freaking 4K games on the Legends Ultimate. So, it's that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I would rather them do stuff that makes sense. I'd rather companies do things that make sense and do things that are going to excite the community. Like, be real with yourselves, right? Give them, like, if Arcade went up specifically, if y'all would just give people what they want and just give people XLs, you ain't got to do pros. We saw pros already. I have a pro. We saw what you did with that. Y'all need to do no more pros, right? Because people are pretty much, they're getting the cabinets and they're mounting them anyways. So just give people XLs. That way they at least have that almost full-size form factor that they're looking for. You know what I mean? But anyway, those are just my thoughts, my little things, man. What do you guys think, man? Yo, am I wrong? Am I out of base with this? This is MOAT In The Car, episode 4. Yo, like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'm going to try to defog my Windows. Later.